Edutainment Studios welcomes you to PTSD Statistics. This module is part 2 of a 3-part series on PTSD. No one is immune to the effects of trauma, as it can completely drain your physical and mental energy. It is important to recognize that people have many different types of trauma in their lives. Understanding its impact is an important first step in becoming compassionate and supportive to others who may be having a hard time coping with the after effects of a traumatic situation. If you've had a stint in the military, first of all, thank you for your service. But what we're focusing on in this module has to do with some unfinished business you may be dealing with from that period in your life. Maybe you, yourself, have experienced situations that have left you anxious, short-tempered, or depressed. This course is aimed at helping you identify possible signs that you or someone you know may be suffering from PTSD. In this course, the objective is to help you summarize the statistics of PTSD in men and women, and summarize the statistics as related to the military. It has been estimated that between 7 and 8% of Americans will experience PTSD at some point in their lives. Roughly 4% of U.S. adults ages 18 to 54 have PTSD during the course of a given year. This only represents a fraction of those who have experienced at least one traumatic event and actually reported it. About 10% of women develop PTSD at some point in their lives, making them twice as likely as men. The traumatic events that are most often associated with PTSD are rape or sexual molestation, a physical attack, combat exposure or being threatened with a weapon, childhood neglect or physical abuse. Add to this automobile accidents, bad flight incidents in an airplane, fire, or robbery, and you can quickly see where all of this can come from. Military sexual trauma refers to both sexual harassment and sexual assault that occurs in a military setting. These assaults have been reported by both men and women. Approximately 23% of women who are patients of the VA healthcare system reported at least one instance of sexual assault while they were in the military. Most people tend to think that only women experience sexual harassment, but that is not always the case. Around 78% of women and 38% of men have experienced sexual harassment while in the military. No matter what, if you are feeling any of the cardinal symptoms of PTSD, maybe it's time to talk to someone. Your provider is an excellent place to start. Do not let these issues own you. If you ignore them, they will not go away. Why not make tomorrow the first day of the rest of your life by taking action? Please feel free to investigate these sites and others for more information, and remember to bring any concerns or questions in to discuss with your doctor. Thank you for joining us today for part 2 of this 3-part series on PTSD, and come back for part 3.